Welcome back to English class, students, and it's story time. Okay, today we will be learning a story about the only elephant in school. Okay, the only elephant in school. So I want you to open your English content book to page 34. Okay, and you will see this picture. Now read out here, okay? The only elephant in school. And the genre of this story is the adventure or a fantasy. Okay? And open to your next page. Now, The Only Elephant in School by Soumya Rajendran. Chotu is the only elephant in school. Okay, he is the only elephant in school. He sits in the last bench. Now, Chotu, do you see this elephant here? Now, this is Chotu. And here it says that Chotu is the only elephant in school. Now, look, all the other animals are parrots, monkeys, squirrels, a tiger, a giraffe, and a horse. Okay? And Chotu here is the only elephant. He is the only one who is an elephant. So he is very different from all the others. So nobody talks to him. Okay? Nobody talks to Chotu. He has no friends. Now as you can see here, Chotu is sitting all alone and all the others are sitting with their friends. Okay? But Chotu is sitting alone. He has no friends. Nobody wants to talk to him. And he always sits here at the last bench all alone. Okay? Now while playing outside during lunchtime, okay, like you were playing in school, after lunchtime you get to play outside, right, with your friends? Now what happens here? Now look at Chotu, he's standing in the middle and the others are standing surrounding Chotu and they are making fun of him. Now he is too big, says the monkey. Did you hear what this monkey says? He is too big. Now, as we all know that elephants are very big, right? So even the monkey here says that he is so big. He is too big, says the monkey. He has a funny nose, says the tiger. Do you see, even the tiger was making fun of this elephant at his nose. You see, this elephant has a long nose, so the tiger makes fun of this elephant's long nose. He said that he has a funny nose. And then, he's too fat. Ha ha ha. Okay, he's too fat, says the parrot. Now, this parrot is also making fun of this elephant. Okay, his name is Chotu. Now, Chotu was being laughed at by his friends. By his classmates. Okay, he has no friends. Now, all these other classmates, these other animals, they were making fun of him. He's not like us, says the zebra. Now, what does the zebra say? He said that he is not like us, that Chotu is not like all of them. Okay, he is very different. They were all making fun of him. Chotu is sad. Now you see Chotu here, he's very sad. Now if anybody makes fun of you, you also feel sad, right? You don't like it. So here Chotu is sad. So Chotu sits in the last bench all by himself. Now if you can see here, Chotu is sitting alone all by himself at the very last bench in the classroom. But one day there is a storm. Okay? Now one day, what happened one day? There is a storm. Now what is a storm? A A storm is a heavy rain with strong winds, okay? Boom, like that. And so let's read this line together. One day there is a storm. But boom, but bash. It's thunder. Did you hear that? One day there's a storm. Bada boom, bada bash. It's thunder. Now, thunder is a loud noise sometimes heard after lightning. Now, do you see the flash? It's the light flashing when there was a storm. It flashes and then you hear the thunder, the sound of the thunder, boom, like that. Okay? So that is called thunder. So what happened? One day there was a storm and then there is thunder. So the teacher sends everyone home. Now, if you can see here, this teacher sends everyone home. It's so dark, it's windy, stormy, and it's raining so heavily. And there is also thunder and lightning. That's why the teacher sends everyone home. He says, go home. There is no school today. Okay? Now this teacher here sends everybody home. Now go home, everyone. Today is a holiday. No school today, okay? There's a heavy storm and there's thunder, so you all go home. So what happened after that? Now they all were walking on the road. Now Chotu is also walking on the road. Now do you see Chotu here? He's walking and then he can hear the others behind him. Now he can hear all these other animals behind him, okay, behind his back. They are walking behind him. They are laughing at his thin tail. Now if you notice, if you look at an elephant, I'm sure you all have seen the picture of an elephant, you always see that small, tiny, thin tail, right? Very thin tail behind its back, okay? So these other animals are laughing at his thin tail. And look at Chotu here. He tries not to cry, but he just can't hold it inside him. He was so hurt. He's very sad. They're making fun of him. So he tries not to cry, but tears are rolling down his cheeks. Can you see his tears here? Tears are rolling down his cheek. Okay? And suddenly, Chotu hears a crash. He turns around and a tree has fallen down. Did you hear that? Now suddenly Chotu hears a crash. And then he turns around and he saw that a tree has fallen down. Now what happened? Now there are two monkeys under the tree. Okay? There are two monkeys under it. Then what happened? Now Chotu saw that these two monkeys are under the tree. He runs to them and he tried to help them. Now how did he help them? He lifts the tree with his trunk. Now this long nose of an elephant is called a trunk. Okay? This long nose of this elephant is called a trunk. So what did he do with his trunk? He lifted up the tree to help these monkeys. Now these monkeys, do you see here? He lifts the tree and these monkeys now can move and run. Okay? But what did they do? Thank you, Chotu, says the monkey. Now do you see? They all ran towards Chotu and hugged him. Now at first they were all laughing at him and making fun of him, right? But the time came, they were in trouble and there was no one to help them. But who helped them? Chotu. Instead, Chotu, because he was very big, an elephant is very strong. With his trunk, he lifted up the tree and helped the monkeys. And now the monkeys understood that they should not make fun of others, okay? Because at the end, you always need their help. Do you understand? So now they hugged Chotu, okay? Chotu is the elephant. They hug Chotu and they say, thank you, Chotu. Then Chotu smiles. Now Chotu is finally happy. So what happened? See, now they are all happy. What happens? The next day, the sun is shining. Chotu is sitting in the last bench. Okay? Now the sun is shining. The next day, Chotu went to school again. And still he is sitting in the last bench. But this time he's not sitting alone anymore. He is sitting in the last bench with a friend on each side. Okay, do you see? On one side there is one friend. On the other side there's another friend. Okay, so now this time Chotu sits at the last bench but with a friend on each side. Do you like the story, children? Now, how is Chotu, okay? How is Chotu the same like you? In what way is Chotu the same like you? What are the things that Chotu does here in the story that is same like you? Now, Chotu goes to school just like you, right? But he does not have friends. Now, in school, you all have friends, right? After lunch also you play together. During short break you play together. Here Chotu does not have friends. They were all making fun of Chotu. And Chotu was feeling very sad. Okay? And then what happened? Now one day when there was a storm, okay, on a very stormy day, the tree fell and it fell on the monkeys. When the moment Chotu saw these monkeys under the tree, he ran towards them and with his trunk he lifted the tree and helped them. Okay? And then after that, the monkeys realized that if it wasn't Chotu who helped them, they would have not been able to escape the tree. Okay? So they hugged Chotu and they said, "Thank you, Chotu." Now Chotu was very happy. And then the next day, he went to school again. The sun was shining. It was not stormy anymore. He sits in the last bench, but this time not alone. He sits with a friend on each side. Okay, students? So, the name of the story is The Only Elephant in School because there is no any other elephant in the school except Chotu. Okay, and he is the only one who is different from the others because he is too big and has a very long nose. Okay, now I want you to open your workbook to page 42 and you will find S1. Okay, now do not forget to write the date. S1, the only elephant in school. Now question 1 here says, who said this? Now you will have to look at the pictures. Okay, match the pictures with the sentences. Now if you see these small boxes given here below the pictures, now there are sentences inside each box. And now you have to look at the picture and match the sentences. Okay, now the tiger says, what did the tiger say about Chotu? Did he say he is too big? No. Did he say he's not like us? No. Did the tiger say he has a funny nose? Yes. So you will match the picture of the tiger to the sentence he has a funny nose. Okay? Now what about a parrot? Did the parrot say he's too big? No. Did he say he's not like us? No. Did he say he has a funny nose? No, the tiger said that. What did the parrot say then? He's too fat. So you will draw a line from the parrot towards this sentence. He's too fat. Okay, you match the picture of the parrot with the words that the parrot said about Chotu. Okay? Now, in order for you to be able to do this easily, you can use your textbook, okay? Your English content book. And you will open to page 37. You will see all these words and who said these words, okay? Page 37, English content book. And then you match the pictures with these sentences, okay? With the help of these from page 37. Now look at question 2. Question 2 here says, Chotu loves to sit on the last bench with his friends. Now draw what you like to do with your friends. Now here in this story, Chotu loves to sit on the last bench with his friends. Okay, now do you remember at last he did not sit alone anymore. He sit with his friends. And he loves sitting in the last bench with his friends. So now you will have to draw yourself with your friends and what you like to do with your friends. And then write about your friends. Now, after drawing yourself and your friends and what you like to do with your friends, you will write I am and then you write your name here. I like to, whatever you like to, whatever you had drawn here, whatever you like to do, you'll write here I like to. Okay? So that is all for today's class, students. Thank you very much. I hope you like the story and all the best with your workbook.